What is up, YouTube? This is Fortress Striker, and today I'll be presenting my updated Jiren Pride Trooper deck profile. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look here. And as you can see, here's my updated version now with the new super rare that's been released a couple weeks ago. I never got a chance to show this yet, but I need to do some changes. But with that, let's get straight to the deck profile. So first things first, the leader Jiren, which is basically when he attacks a leader, you draw a card. Simple as that. There are 4 less life. You go ahead and awaken by having 2 of your energies, up to 2 of them, and just put them in active mode, and then you go and become Jiren, the ultimate warrior. When he attacks, you draw a card, and at the end of the turn, choose up to 2 of your universal lessons on the field, and then switch them to active mode. Simple as that, because we're trying to go ahead and build to absolute justice Jiren. We'll get to that very soon. The only black card I'm playing is Mass Sane, the Mysterious Warrior, mainly because ideas coming from the super players. But before them, I never completely saw their videos, so basically I come to this idea to see maybe I need a black card just in case. I don't want to play Trunks. I want to play maybe a Mara. No, let's play Mass Sane, because the fact is we are going to build up cards to have in the drop area. Summon this guy just to get rid of annoying cards that are going to be on our field that can do a lot of damage to us. That way we have the advantage. We got double strikes, and we can just go ahead and find a way to go ahead and kill our opponent. Alright, next we play for the Code Zones still. I was trying to use the Flying Nimbus originally, but then, you know, the idea to have your opponent's cards in rest mode is really great for the idea for this build, because you want to go ahead and put their best cards in rest mode. That way you can kill them or get rid of them, which is the best idea. So what this card does is you get to negate a card. Then if your leader's card is Universe 11, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. Simple as that. Next we play 2 Crusher Balls. An idea of this one I'll give to super players, because he did play 2 of these, and Crusher Ball is freaking amazing. It's a good card. You know, just that it's a counterplay. When your opponent plays a battle card, just switch to the rest mode. You gotta do this as soon as possible, because remember, timing is everything, especially when they did that rule with this card. Alright, so now let's get to the Universe 11 cards. First is Hero Combination Tupper. He's our pot of duality, obviously. When you play him, look at the top 3 cards you deck, choose 1 of your Universe 11, add it to your hand, shuffle the rest. Simple as that. Next, for rest mode cards that we have is Perfect Support Bulma. When you play this card, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less, switch to the rest mode. It's simple as that. She's cute, she's young, and, well, she's teamed up. What do you expect? And of course, her other form we need is 4 Youthful Bulma. Now, I played 3 in my last profile because I think 3 was going to be okay, but 4 is really great, because I did see a few Jiren profiles, and yes, we need draw powers. We need a lot of draw powers. So having 4 of her is very crucial, so we can keep drawing to our best cards ever. Alright, now then, we're going to save the best for last later. Next we play 4 Hero Combination Kushis. So what he does is he helps you self-awaken once per turn, and then afterwards you get to choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 4 or less, switch to the rest mode. Then you can just go ahead and just attack it and just do whatever you need to do, you know. Again, and also self-awakens, because that way when we get to Jiren's Awaken mode, we get to reactivate all of our best cards on the field. Okay. Next, I play 3 of 1s. Now, 1 basically being 3 instead of 4, like in my last profile. Ideas came about for the fact that he is the birder of the deck, but we do not want to go ahead and just mean 4. I try to see how it's going to work with this deck, but 3 of him is just fine. He just gains 5,000 if you have another Universe 11 card on the field, and then he just birders himself anyway. So that way you have the Jiren card to go ahead and just put the other cards untapped, while this guy gets to untap himself. Next, I played 2 Hero Combination Zoire. I didn't want to play this card, but having a blocker is really crucial, especially when you have to deal with a lot of killer cards that can do effect to you. And Hero Combination Zoire is basically, he's a blocker, and his permanent effect is that if you have another Universe 11 in your play in the battle area, this card can be KO'd in battle once per turn. So if you want to KO him, you better use that effect, and then you have to use another card to KO it, and then he'll die immediately. But he's good for the blocking, he's good for the topple summoning, and 2 was recommended by another guy who won first place with a Jiren deck from the Guerrilla Games. And the fact that he got to go ahead and, you know, maybe just play 2 of these is fine. He did say you don't want to go over 2. And I said that's a good idea, because I don't want to play a lot of this guy. People play 4, play 3. I just don't want to see a lot of this guy, because you ought to go ahead and be more offensive than defensive as of this point. We play 4 Key Bomb support Coco. and because she's our super combo, and stay because with the tournament power super combos are amazing, gets you to extra power ups when you have 5 or less. Simple as that, and well, there's nothing you can diss about it. There's nothing else to say. Next, I played 2 Explosive Spirits Son Gokus. I was gonna play 3, but I need to cut down because if I see more of this, it's probably gonna give me a bad hand. And mostly 3-drop cards in the decks are not as really as big as 4 drops and 2 drops and 1 drops. But, you know, just 2 of him is fine because he just kills cards in rest mode, which is an idea for this deck, which you do need to play 2 of him at least. You know, if you want to play 3, then that's fine as long as it works for it. If it doesn't, then 2 is a good number. And also he's a blocker and he has barrier, so, and he burrs himself, so simple as that. And now next we played 3 hero combination kettles. I believe I played 2. I'm playing 3. Basically what he does, he has barrier, and he's kind of your the Kaba, the tournament power Kaba for this set in the yellow. So if you have 2 or more universe land other than this card in play in barrier, this card gains 5,000 power, double strike. That's why you want, but just playing 3 is okay because you don't want to have like, he's not as close to the Kaba, but he's just like he's double strike. He becomes 20,000, and he just, you know, he's just beyond stubborn to get killed for now, and he just helps a lot so we can just like keep building up more of our cards and just get rid of my opponent's annoying cards as well. Especially when you summon the big Jiren, you gotta be careful with your life because if you have 4 or less life, you're in big trouble and you don't want to get double striked a lot. Next, I played 3 Secret Vitality Jirens. Now, I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to be playing 4, but it's a good idea that I'm at least playing 3. Some people want to play 2 because this guy is the Mecha Frieza of the deck. So he's just the same abilities, only with just Universe 11s, and he's only 3-drop. So basically already, what he can do is like, I'll explain it again. When you play this card, your leader card's Universe 11, place 1 yellow card from your hand in the drop area, and if you do so, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and KO it. Simple as that. He's your own Explosive Son Goku, but you want to play him Vitality because he's just so amazing. Jiren is his idea of what he can do. So next we played 4 Swift Warrior Dispo. I played 3 in last, but having 4 is pretty good because we do need some extra 10,000 combo, you know, because self-summoning himself, more builds to summon out the big guy here, and, you know, just simple as that. Finally, we played 4 Ally of Justice Topo. This guy amazes the whole deck. So you look at the top 10 cards of your deck, and you get to pick 2 of your Universe 11 cards among them, and then just summon them in rest mode, and then you just do your plays and all that, and then shuffle the rest. And then with the Jiren card in the end phase, you get to go ahead and reactivate them and, you know, untap it, and it's just simple as that. He needs 20,000. My only downside for this card is he's not a double strike. I wish this card was a double strike. It would have been perfect, you know. He gets you summoning. He has double strike. He's 20,000. I mean, they should have just done that. I don't know why they didn't do that. I get because it's yellow and it's not red, but come on, man. Come on, it's Topo. I mean, the guy is the second strongest in the entire Universe 11 group. For God's sake, he ended up becoming the God of Destruction card, which I hope we do get that card pretty soon. And now, time for the big main course, and that is Absolute Justice Jiren. He's a 10-drop, he's 35,000, he's the second card in the game that has quadruple strike, and what he does takes a lot of effect to your opponent. So permanent is that when you reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1 for each Universe 11 in your battle area. And which means, like, you know, if you have 5, this card's not a 10-drop, he's now a 5-drop with 5 yellow cards to pay. But if you have like about 6, then you obviously minus 1 of these little yellow things and just pay like 4 yellow costs instead. So either way, the more heroes for that you have on the board, the better to summon this guy and just put a huge job. If you somehow made it luckily to make 10 of these, you instantly summon the guy in your field, and your opponent can just waste his Cold Bloodlust, his Crusher Balls, his Negate. You can do all of that, and you can still summon another one if you have your hand out of nowhere, and then just do whatever you want. And then his auto effect is what makes the card busted as hell, is that when you play it, you choose all of your opponent's battle cards and energy in rest mode and place them in the drop area. This guy is so amazing. He's gonna fuck your field. He's gonna make sure you don't win the game. You better pray to God you at least have 1 card that's active for a negate to stop this guy, because if you don't, you're kind of screwed. Now, unfortunately, there is one weakness with this card. Well, there's a lot of weaknesses, but one of the weaknesses I'll mention: if your opponent has the leader, which is the Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku, they're kind of screwed there because the fact is he does reactivate 3 energies in the end. So, and you hope to God he just wasted it, you know, like for negates or whatever. If not, oh well. But this card is just so amazing. He's just the reason you get to win the game. But then other than that, guys, that is my updated Jiren deck profile. And I hope you guys enjoy this because I really want to make this deck. I want to make this as much before the tournament power. Cards just gets more expensive than usual. If you guys have not seen that video yet, I highly suggest you do. It's really crucial because the tournament power is just getting really expensive, and yellow's the one card that says I want to play, and a lot of people are really interested. So, and people just like misjudge this deck, but it's really great. So, highly recommend you try this deck out. But with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. Give this video a like, and I'll see you around. This is Fortress Striker signing off.